gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Let's go.
Round one. Fight.
Thank you for tuning in to the Crypto Street Podcast. Here are your hosts, Killer Whale, Prince, and Crypto Dale.
And remember to tip your waitress.
What's up, everybody? Crypto Dale back in the house. Hopefully, y'all didn't miss me too much. Had some shit going on. Thanks to Killer and Prince for covering my fat ass while I was out. So, you're listening to Crypto Street Podcast. As I said, this is Crypto Dale, joined by always. What's up, Killer Whale, my man?
What is up, dude? I can't tell you how weird it was to host when you were gone. It's a lot harder than I think people would think. You know, just having to dictate and control everything. So I'm glad you're back. Welcome back.
Well, yeah, thanks. I'm glad to be back. It was, I think you did. I listened to all the pods that came out, obviously, while I was away, AFK, and I thought you guys did fantastic. Now, Prince, on the other hand, I can't really say the same thing.
Just trying to get by, man.
Did you see that guy tweet at me today? Today is June 14th. He's like, hurry back, Dale. Prince sucks.
Oh.
No, I didn't see that. I'm just getting attacked on
terrible.
Twitter lately. Yeah, I'm just attacked. People chirping my mic, you know. I go out, fork out a nice, I don't know what, like 40, 50 bucks. You know, I'm feeling pretty good about myself, right? I'm like, okay, I actually spent some money on a mic. Not a lot of money because I'm cheap, but okay. And now I got people attacking me online saying my mic is garbage. And, you know, I thought I kind of moved up a level from the old potato, but
I was just
apparently
going to say, did you go from like a regular potato to sweet potato or something?
Well, I guess I might have to go get another new mic and stop being as cheap. I don't know.
Prince, do you like sweet potatoes better than regular potatoes?
No, man.
I was going to say,
Regular
you definitely
potatoes.
do not seem like a sweet potato
No,
dude.
you know, sweet potatoes, it's not really a big thing where I'm at. I don't know. Don't really get them.
In that hell land called Canada.
Yeah, we got a trade war going on right now, man.
With who?
With you guys.
Fuck you, man.
Do you even know what's going on right now?
We will end you. We will end you.
Yo, Trudeau's
Yeah.
getting bent over by old Trumpy over here, Prince. He's just like,
Oh, God.
he's laying into
He's getting pwned.
Yeah, let's not get too much into politics because I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't want to piss off Natso and, Need a Coin and all those
for
guys.
sure.
Much mad respect. So, guys, we're joined tonight by YouTube sensation, the man, the myth, the legend, Joseph Costello. What's up, good man?
What's up, man? I didn't know you look like that.
It's all pretty, or do I look like shit?
No, you look beautiful.
Ah, yeah. Thank you. So, what's good, man? How's everything with you?
Everything's great. We just got on World Star today. Are you guys familiar with World Star?
Of course.
Yeah.
World Star.
Yeah, they just posted my my brand new video, and they're about to post my new video. We're going to do 2 videos in one day on their site. This one is an actual Bitcoin video. The second one,
Yeah.
so you know.
I was creeping through your Twitter and just kind of lurking some of the videos you had posted up there. And I was just in tears.
Dude,
Thank
they're
you.
hilarious. They
Appreciate
are.
it. Thank you. Yeah, man. I think the biggest thing is just I'm trying to. You guys know what an influencer is, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But if you look at like crypto influencers, and I'm talking about like the ones on YouTube, it's like just people like with webcam talking about like where they think Bitcoin's going to go next week and their top altcoins of the summer. And it's just like the most boring content that could ever be like made. So I'm trying to make content that kind of brings both parties together instead of just catering to one party. And that's kind of my whole thing with this crypto shit right now is, I never started as a crypto influencer. I started out just as a regular influencer. But as I got into the game, I was like, fuck, if I don't do it, I don't know who else is. Because I don't know anybody else that's out here asking girls to flash the camera for $100. And then when they flash it and be like, you know what I mean?
I saw that.
So, yeah.
So let's talk about how'd you get into crypto? What was it that sparked your interest?
Bro, it was fucked up. I was like last year around this time. No, what's even more fucked up is I knew about Bitcoin in 2013. I said it in one of my videos in 2013. I went to the register and a pack of condoms was like $8 in the video. And I was like, man, what's in this gold? I just said like a fly joke. I was like, what's in this gold, yada, yada, Bitcoin? And I kind of left it at that. And it's just because the people around me at that time knew about it, but I was just like recycling the word. And then this past year, man, my boy, he made a coin. His company made a coin called Blue. And he got me into it like vastly. I just started researching almost everything and kind of got obsessed with it. And that's about it. Started checking my Coinbase in the club. Shit went downhill. Shit went downhill from there. You know you got a fucked up problem when you're in the club and fucking 50 Cent is playing and you're over here like checking your Coinbase in the corner.
Yeah, real quick, we had Brenna Sparks on, the porn star, and she was saying that a member of crypto Twitter was in the strip club one time on his laptop, just kind of chilling out. So
I believe it.
Yeah. It's very addicting.
It's like the most no shame shit ever. Like
Brenna Sparks, the voice of this generation.
I mean, like you see people like checking their bank account to make sure they don't get rejected for a drink, but you don't see them refreshing that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like we're out here like refreshing, like it's gonna change or some shit. You know, but yeah, that's pretty much how that happened.
Well, I remember especially during the last bull season, like waking up and refreshing Blockfolio was the most exciting thing in the world.
Yeah,
like I would just roll out of bed, snag my phone and just go to town.
When I remember like what like really harnessed me into it is I put like some money in Litecoin when it was at like $35, and then when what was the all time high of that? Does anybody know? I just remember like it hit like a ridiculous number, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah,
and I was like,
it was up over 100.
Yeah, I was like waking up and I was like, "God bless," and then I started getting into alts and shit.
That's kind of how it all starts. Is I bought some Ethereum and then it easily doubled. And I was just like, shit, I am genius. I need to be.
Exactly. And then, but then you start lecturing people. You're like, wait, what do you mean you think it's a scam? Like, dude, there's people out there right now that think Bitcoin's a scam still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're
hard talking to them.
So like, how am I supposed to explain like, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber that just dropped his own utility token? They're like, okay, well, they have like everything to say but positive because they think the fucking motherload of all the coins is still a scam. So
that is tough. Like the perception is, it's an interesting perception right now still by like the large majority of the public who doesn't really say no that much, but they kind of want to think they know, but they don't really. And that is it. I get it all the time. It's like, man, why are you still wasting your time with that Ponzi stuff?
Yeah,
like, man, I'm not in BitConnect. Like I'm not trading BitConnect.
Well, truth be told, if people in the industry started treating it more like a currency, I think we wouldn't have this perception. But that's hard to control because people are going to want to make a return. So they're going to, it's like, as long as we have like the culture of like trading, it's kind of hard to really treat it like a currency somewhat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I mean, who's going to stop trading? No one's going to stop that shit. People trade, people trade like Forex. I mean, people trade everything. So
yeah, they'll keep trading it as long as it's around. It just depends on the fluctuations, right? And I think that's the biggest thing is just the volatility of it. And, it'll tame down later on down the road in the future. At that point, you'll just see more excessive leverage being used to trade it.
It'll tame down when more people get into it, oddly enough. That's pretty much how any currency stabilizes.
Well, and that if you think about that happening, like more liquidity coming to the space and lowering the overall volatility of the space, it's kind of a bad thing in a sense because when you get crazy fluctuations, you attract a lot of people because a lot of people see that this coin went from 10 to 1,000 and they go, oh my God, I can make this much money, doing this is way more than stocks or bonds.
Yeah.
And so it's a good thing. It's a maturation of the markets, but it also kind of sucks in a way. So
I mean, that kind of goes back to the idea of it treating it not like a currency. It would only really suck if you look at it than any other thing than a currency. Like, for example, one thing like I think should be happening more is there should be people out there creating like undeniable products or services that can only be bought with a certain coin. So then it really does feel like a currency, like to where, I'm going to go exchange this money right now because that fucking hoodie, I can only buy it with this coin. You know what I mean?
We've seen more attempts, I think, like with the ICOs, they're trying to do it, the utility tokens, but a lot of it is just, it's that perception and it's kind of these, crowd sales, they kind of give it that perception of as scammy because these guys, they'll raise, $10 million and then, they'll just be partying. Pictures on their yacht, right? And it's like, oh.
No, the game's fucked, bro. I'm over here on cap trying to figure out what the fuck these companies are even doing, bro. I'm clicking on these companies, seeing they have a $20 million valuation and seeing our product's about to come out. What the fuck is going on here, man?
Well, let alone 20 million. Like we got ones like upwards of 500 million too.
Yeah,
right?
no joke.
Like EOS.
And what's so crazy is you wait and wait for the product to come out, and then they're like, we just partnered up with a fitness wallet on the blockchain. It's like nobody gives a fuck about that shit. How you expect to go mainstream by talking about shit like blockchain and a fitness wallet on it?
So when you look at the markets, let's say you're browsing CoinMarketCap or just looking back at your experiences in crypto, are there any sectors or types of coins that you like better than others in terms of like investment return? I would say.
Yeah. Obviously, lower supply. Anything under 100 million, I really kind of like. Just from like coin stats, but if you go into the team, that's a different story. But as long as like stats, like anything under 100 million or even 100 or even 200 million. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to go off anything unless you look into the team more, which you obviously have to do if you're going to invest. But just looking at the coin, I'm like, oh shit. I really like, my mind's fucked, bro. I really don't even want to invest in coins that are like $1 billion. Like I don't even want to like look at that shit. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with this?
Yeah, I feel the same way sometimes. It's like you see the, huge circulation and it's like, there's no doubt the returns are still there, but naturally my mind is just like, I want lower supply.
It's like,
I don't like
that.
That.
It's the name of the game. So I'm not fucking with that really.
It's nice to hear that you talk, and I think a lot of people in this space feel like they listen to other people on, crypto Twitter influencer, so to say.
Yeah.
Not calling anyone out in particular, but some people could say looking at this, coin, blah, blah, blah. And I think some people just jump right in and they don't even do background checks on the team or even look to see if there is even a working product. So it's nice to hear from someone that, is like yourself, that you actually dive in and listen or look at what the team's doing and stuff like that. I think there's a lot to be told there.
Well, what's even crazier is you can even look at the team now and still get wrecked. It's
totally.
it's like you can look at the team, but like they could just be like, they could have a white paper and you'd be like, read that bitch and you're like, oh shit, they're onto something. But in reality, like these are fucking losers, dude. Like they're not onto anything. They're just some people in a room that.
And these guys, right? Like there's so many white papers that are already out there. So you know how easy it is for somebody sitting in a basement to go find, 3 different white papers that are kind of generally around the same kind of product idea they want to make, and then just start, skimming pieces from it and just, copy pasting it right in, and boom, you got a white paper right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, not only the team lets you down, but let's say the team is not even real. I mean, there was that project a couple months ago where they just lifted random LinkedIn profiles, I think, and they were like, "Yeah, this is our CEO, Tim Smith."
Did that.
Are you talking about that ICO with they got Floyd and Khaled to promote?
Oh no,
I don't know if it's the same one.
Like, I don't know much about that one, but that they got in shit, didn't they? Got the
There was
guy.
literally a team that completely fabricated a project that completely fabricated the team. But yeah, Floyd, that project got in trouble.
But remember that team that had that dude from The Notebook? What's his name?
What?
Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, they had Ryan Gosling as like their marketing manager.
Oh,
really? Man, it's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy how much money they'll pour into the most dumb shit.
Yo, that's a ball. Oh. No, they had like a fake Ryan Gosling. Is that what you're saying, Dave?
Yeah, like they had his picture and said
that's a ballsy move. Using a celebrity as your fake advisor.
What's so crazy?
Kudos.
Is like at times like right now, you really start to see desperation in the market. In my opinion, like you like when the market started tanking, Ripple Witten got Ashton Kutcher and put him on fucking Ellen. Like, bro, like, shit is not the same right now. But the simulation's glitching, bro.
That is a really good point. Like, and it's big right now, especially, and we see it on crypto Twitter is the desperation. People, they start resorting to different methods. The teams and their projects, the people, and when they start acting with each other, they're just different, and it changes. Everything changes, and it's, they disappear. Some don't make it out. Some just want to fight everybody.
What is it? BitConnect still has a $5 million valuation?
Yeah.
Or market cap?
Insane. Insane.
Bro. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, bro. They're still listed on CoinMarketCap.
Jeez.
I saw someone
steal at this price.
Like, they were trying to do an ICO.
Were they really?
Yeah, they were trying to come back.
What? There's no coming back after that.
this is a little bit ago, but yeah, I swear I saw, they were trying to have another ICO, trying to come back. I don't think anything has really come from it, but
I watched that Trayvon video today.
Yo, I've
Look,
never
you
watched that.
didn't lose your money. You might have lost your money.
You might have lost your money.
I've never watched that. I need to watch that.
I think he
shit.
posted that at
check
like
it out.
$50 too. I think it's like a tenth of what it was then.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I'm
bro.
completely making that up, but
Fuck.
I think that's true.
Has anyone ever heard what happened to Trayvon? I know there were some people trying to say he got arrested, but it didn't. I think it was a different person.
I think he's fighting. Isn't he fighting like civil shit? I think.
Okay. Yeah. See, I have no.
I
idea.
don't know, bro.
I don't know either.
Bro, he might be in Bangladesh for all we know, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Ran off.
Well, he cost a lot of people a lot of money, so yeah, go into hiding.
For real,
He
man.
probably sold the top too, Charlie Lee style.
Filthy shit.
Well, he was raking it in for a little bit though, just on like
dude,
referral
yeah.
fees and shit.
Yo, yeah, so BitConnect personally was cutting him a check?
So it was like referral links, right? So sign up using my code, my link, and you'll get whatever.
Oh
discounts,
man. See,
blah,
but
blah,
see, I
blah.
kind of feel for him, bro, because being in the influencer space, like a lot of these influencers are just fucked by the platforms. So they try to do anything to provide for themselves. And like, but what's really fucked up is all that did was just put a bad taste in every single influencer about crypto. Like they're gonna have a hard time promoting anything crypto related now.
It's tricky, right? And it's so easy to be taken advantage of, I think, and that's a big thing because there's a lot of individuals in the space who are, fuck geniuses, right? And not all the time are these individuals, up and on the steady level of, being trustworthy and honest. So, and that's where you run into some issues, right? And where we get some guys who, YouTube influencers who get into stuff and, maybe they're getting the referral link thing, but they don't really realize it's like, oh, I'm being played right now for this scam.
Well, some projects, they seem very good and legit and everything, and you really believe in them, But BitConnect was a pretty blatant scam.
Yeah,
like it was very obviously a Ponzi.
Not many
scheme
excuses
to
with
all
that
but
one.
the most. Like BitConnect was an absolute piece of garbage.
I actually have a friend that lost like $500 in BitConnect. He told me that like a month ago. Like it was almost like a drunk confession. He was like, "Yeah, man."
You say 500,000?
No, fuck that. He didn't have no 500 grand, $500. He was like, it was like on 6th Street. He like pulled me over. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm talking to him about my coin. I'm talking to him about my coin and shit and how I plan on doing shit. And he's always been weird about it. I'm like, well, why do you feel that way about this? And that boy, I never told you. I'm like, what's up? What's up? And I can tell he reached for his phone to show me something like proof, but he stopped midway, and he just he had like this frustrated look, like, and I'm like, and he was like, yeah, I lost like $500 on BitConnect, and I'm like, no, but then he tried to cover it up. He's like, the money's still in there. I can get it out. I just don't know how. I was like, and that's when you just gotta go like this. All right.
So you're doing good then. You're doing good. Okay.
You want a shot?
I love that he can't even get the money out while little is left. He's like, I don't even know how to extract this shit.
I mean, it's still there. I mean, I might have lost my money. Okay, I lost my money.
Pull him back on that. No, dude, that's why it's so hard to like, okay, so I just told you how every influencer is even scared to work with a company that's going to write them a check to promote a crypto-related product or service.
Totally.
So, and I'm out here releasing my own fucking coin. Bro, do you know the type of backlash I'm getting or will get? Like, people, everybody and their mama, bro. Like, just because, like, and that's the fucked up thing is like scam is like tossed around very loosely in this community. And, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Because like we're dealing with money and shit, and like people should be cautious.
Keeps people on their toes.
Right? But like, bro, people will toss around scam like it's like the equivalency of calling somebody like a pedophile at this point, bro. Like, and
it's a different situation when it's you in that position instead of
right.
Like I guess I've never made a coin. I've never done that. Tried to run a platform. So for me, it's like much more lenient to call things scams that I don't know about. But on the other side of that. If you're the person who is trying to create a platform, that is, that would piss
That's what
me
I'm
off.
saying, bro. So when I pull all this off, bro, and you look back, I just want you to know that I put it all on the line for you guys. That boy, Trayvon James, what was his name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trayvon.
Trayvon.
That boy
James.
done lost his audience, lost all his money. Probably fucking selling hats in Times Square, man. Poor guy, man.
How long have you been making videos now? Because you got
Bruh.
quite the YouTube audience.
Yeah,
and-
man, long time. Like professionally, I say professionally when it's like a joke saying
Yeah.
that. Basically, I moved out of my mom's house from doing it around 4 years ago.
Like, what's that been like? Like,
Okay.
not having. I know a lot of people's dreams in crypto is to, like, get away from having like a quote unquote real job.
Yeah,
And it seems like you've achieved that pretty early in life.
yeah. Well, I'm 22, so it happened when I was 18. Basically, it's been a crazy ass ride. There's been a lot of lows though, bro, and a lot of high moments. But I think the most interesting thing was going from just being a kid that makes videos to really kind of finding himself as a person that wants to build up companies and now being like 22 and just now wanting to get involved in the crypto space. So it's been a lot of it's been a discovery path more than anything.
Yeah, the journey, going to that next level, continuously
Yeah, man.
progressing.
Yeah, I always thought I just loved making videos, but it turns out I just really love making shit. Like I could just make. I feel like I just like making shit in general. You know.
Yeah, well, and then crypto is like the perfect space to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's up with these companies making fitness wallets on the blockchains, guys? I've been, we can't deter away from that a little bit longer, dog. Talking about it's just crazy how they expect to go mainstream when you click on their site and they're like, we're a Bible study class hosted on the blockchain every Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm just confused.
It's ridiculous, and like this is something we've seen more and more, and this is where the whole it's a scam thing comes in, because now we're seeing just this mass influx of crap, just garbage, and thankfully now I think people they're getting more on the legality side. They want to make sure they have a team of lawyers, which I guess maybe tosses out some of the supreme garbage, but it's ridiculous. Anything they can think of, a business that they can think of, and they're like, let's put it on the blockchain.
Exactly.
There's no reason for it to be on the blockchain. There's no reason to have a
Exactly.
token, but they're going to figure out a way to do it, because for so long trying to raise any money for a startup, that's the hardest thing, right? You want to start a business. The number one thing that every entrepreneur is going to have to struggle with, if they don't have the luxury of having a lot of money on their own already, is getting that capital. And so unfortunately though, people don't like being told their ideas suck. And crypto, they've been able to bring in these shitty ideas.
Yeah.
Because you know what? For everyone who has a crappy idea, there's always going to be other people who
Exactly.
think that crappy idea is actually a good idea.
Yep.
So
100%.
yeah, and they were really able to expand off that, because crypto is it's global. So, but
Crypto's like the fucking PE teacher that's like really nice to the fat kid who couldn't even run the mile, but like tried. He's like, you're still
Yeah.
amazing. You can come over here and do it. We will still support you. It's like that's like what the crypto game is.
Just like the nature of crypto as well is so conducive to scams and misleading shit, because you're literally turning computer code into money, into like cold hard cash. It's like printing money in a sense, where there's nothing stopping you from making an ERC20 token if you want to.
Right.
And
Well, you have to have
there's
some
guys who
knowledge.
have
But
made-
yeah.
There's guys who have made insane levels of wealth for themselves off of really just creating their own tokens, right? They're
Nothing,
creating
yeah.
money out of thin air in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And then the market finds a valuation for it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's a lot of politics too.
Maybe now's a good time to talk, if you aren't ready to, about the coin that you're creating.
I stay ready. I'm good in
All right,
my, I'm
let's-
good in my hood, bro.
Let's
So
hear
check
it.
this out. Basically, big good nut. Let me tell you something real quick. So, no, we're rolling out an airdrop. It's called Slobs Coin, which it's the first ever influencer coin, right? Right. So basically, our utilities are pretty much partnerships with online companies that my fans can go and redeem shit with their coins. Even though I built these partnerships off of having no value of the coin. Coin isn't even 1/80th of a cent right now, because I haven't promoted the trading link. And there's only one trading link. We just got on EtherDelta, but we actually built so we have a payment processor that allows e-commerce stores within a click of like 2 buttons. And it's being tested out right now to send slobs to the thing and fill out your information, and the merchant gets an email that's like, yo, you were sent 1,000 slobs. Here's the address. Here's what you have to fill out. Here's, blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
So right now, this is my theory, man. My theory is what's going to pick up the crypto realm right now and make it move mainstream
Mhm.
is these huge level influencers like Kanye, who's already borderline crypto, right? Is gonna make his own coin. He's gonna make his own coin, and it's instantly gonna become relevant to society to use his coin in order to get massive discounts on his merchandise, whatever utility token, the true form of a utility token. We also made it to where we partnered up with a physical location called Monkey's Vintage. It's a vintage store here in Austin, Texas. And right now, they're eating the cost. You can go there with Slobs Coin and pick out an outfit and walk out. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So, and we have our own wallet. It's built on the Frost wallet, which is something I'm involved in again. The guy that made one of the co-founders for Blue, I believe that's the name now. They might have changed it. It was Ethereum Blue. They kind of like...
Yeah, Blue Protocol.
Yeah, I remember that, hearing about that.
Yeah.
I got an airdrop of that stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. So my boy was in that. He left, and we partnered up on this shit, and now we ain't playing no fucking games, bro, at all, dog. We coming for everybody's neck, and basically our mission is to create entertaining videos to bridge the gap between the masses and fucking the crypto realm. Because all I'm seeing in the crypto realm is a bunch of fucking weirdos glued to their webcam talking about what happened and why it happened and what's going to happen next. So we got to...
You're not referring to us here, are you?
Nah.
Not me or Killers.
Nah.
Yeah, basically me is all.
No, so...
No, but I love that because, and from like a creator, creating content, stuff like that, there's so many, open opportunities.
Yeah,
and
tons.
I think we've noticed it with just like the podcast scene kind of thing. There's been so many more crypto podcasts that have popped up in the last, I'd say 3-4 months. But, when it comes down to say like videos and, the kind of videos you do, it's unique and it's not stuff that you see,
Thank you.
If you can incorporate crypto into that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't get that in crypto yet. So there's so much room,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like opportunity.
That's what I'm saying.
There's so much room for growth in crypto. Like the total
general,
market cap
yeah.
of crypto is what, like 250, 300 billion now? And granted, we're down quite a bit, but it's still tiny in the grand scheme of things. You compare it to stocks or bonds or anything like that. And so, so what do you think? I mean, in regards to when you're starting, do people you talk
Before
with,
we go further, Dale, all my boys in the room right now, one thing we do know is we have to head on over to slobscoin.com and get that free airdrop. Go ahead. What were you saying?
There we go.
I was just saying, so like when you talk to people, like, do you find people know what crypto is at all, or do you have to completely explain it from the ground up?
There's two different people. There's people that have heard of Bitcoin, and there's people that know what Bitcoin is, right? And then there's actually a third person that's quiet in the room and doesn't know what the fuck Bitcoin is. Believe it or not, I know we talk about it every day. We know about crypto. We live it. Like I said, we check it in the club. But no, bro, there's people out there, and it's a lot of people, and it's the masses, and they do not give a fuck or know about crypto. So what'd you say the coin market cap was? What'd you say the valuation of the market was?
I think it's like 300 billion or so.
Okay, so 300 billion, bro. That's with all these people not caring and not knowing about crypto. What do you think it's going to be in a year or two if we have more people like me and you guys bringing entertainment, mixing it in?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we need viral videos being pumped out right now of like experiments of like making people feel stupid for not knowing what Bitcoin is. Or just fucking crypto in general.
Yeah, and it's like there's so much to explain. Like, how do you even start to describe that to somebody? It's like hard to even know, you know. I mean, I had somebody ask me like what blockchain was today, and it's like that's kind of easy to explain. But like to get really deep into it, it's like you can go down the rabbit hole so easily and just be talking for 5 hours.
There's just
about this and that.
There's so many levels. The best way I can explain it to people that can't really comprehend it is, if you look at politics, we're under a revolution. A person in our country became president that, everybody will argue should have never even been qualified to be president. If you look at media, it's under a revolution. People are stopped going to movie theaters and they're watching shit on their phone. Kids are being raised by the iPad. Now, if you look at finance, kids that are 12 years old are going to have a crypto wallet before they have a bank account. So like, how are we supposed to expect the younger generation to even want to fuck around with Wells Fargo or any of this shit when they've had a crypto wallet, you know?
That's such a good point too. And like, especially after you're, kids that age and they're going to experience the ease of usage.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's like, and that's a huge thing is, I could talk to my old man. He's like, I don't really want to deal with the transaction because I'll make a mistake.
Yeah.
All this technology stuff, it's just so over my
We just
head,
gotta wait. We gotta wait till they get like checked into home or just die off, bro. Because at this point, because at this point, I got paid some Ethereum last night, bro. It was like 10 minutes all here, and the dude lives in fucking Europe. 2 years ago when I was wiring money to China, Western Union accepted it. Called me back the next day and said they had to return it to me. I went to go pick it up. I went and brought it through my bank. They charged me a $55 fee, and it got lost on its way, and it took 14 days to China. And I had to call the bank in China.
God.
You know what it's like talking to a bank in China, bro? Come on, dog. We're not built for that, bro. We're not built for that shit.
We're not wired like that.
It had me fucked up, bro. I'm over there sitting to him trying to explain. And then I had to explain to Chase Bank why they shouldn't lose my money. And they want to contest it like it's even a logical argument. Why was she even talking about it?
Yeah, I really think the big thing is just ease of use. Just making everything even like some places are friendly. Like Coinbase is very user friendly. Most people who've used a computer can kind of figure Coinbase out. But I still think even with that in mind, it's still a little weird. Like just sending it to this big long address, which is this stream of words. Like they need to make that into like a label. Like you could say, I'm sending it to my buddy.
We're fixing that. We're fixing that. Here on Slobs, we're fixing that completely. We're gonna have an actual demo out within like next 2 to 4 weeks of an actual fix for the fucking addresses, like complete fix. I don't want to say it right now because we don't know, who's watching or, you know what I'm saying. So, but like, there's a fix coming. You know what I mean?
That's good. I think that's important.
Yeah, I got these people coding their hearts away in the next room, bro. I'm about to have to go check on them when we're done with this. Get them in line. Sit down. Shut up. Got it.
So what do you think of the markets right now? I mean, obviously, we've had a bear sort of market for quite some time. Like, what are your thoughts on where we're going, where we've been?
Well, let me tell you where my mindset was yesterday. So when I got paid in that Ethereum, I was like, whoop-de-whoop. I woke up. I was like, all right, well, I guess, I can just leave it in here for a little bit. Then I get to fucking see some tweets on Twitter. Crypto Twitter, they get wild, bro. And I'm looking at it, and and they're like, SEC just labeled it not a security. And then bam, I check my fucking portfolio on Ethereum went up like $30. And I was like, fuck yeah, I knew I should have kept it in here. So like, it's fucked right now, bro. I think one of the hardest pills to swallow is that we have to accept that a lot of crypto right now is hype. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually a manageable thing. And we need to all be doing our part to hype it up more. And when I say hype, I don't mean like scammy hype, like if you get in, I get in. I'm talking about like really letting people know why it's good to get in and spreading awareness of it. And then, get that shit going up, man.
That's the thing people always forget. Like I look at a lot of projects where like, we don't want to hype this like some scam coin. I'm like, hype is a good thing. Attention is a good thing. Because you're going to have some bad people who come to your project, but you're also going to have a lot of people who actually contribute. So they're not going to know about it though.
It's a fine line, eh? Like you get some projects that are just unbelievably, like fundamentals, unbelievable. But marketing, they couldn't care less.
No, that's what's so fucked up, bro. That's what makes this so different is the marketing team, they're socially inept people, bro. They do not know how to talk to people on the other side of the world. And that's why the crypto game is the way it's in, is because they're too scared to go on TV, or they're too scared to even make a connection to get on TV and talk about their coin or do anything remotely to where it has to involve. They don't know how to talk to people, bro. The people, when I say that, people think I'm joking or like trying to roast them. Like, no, like a lot of these people are geniuses, but are socially inept.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of guys who like to lurk, they don't want to be known, I guess. And, that's something that I really didn't understand until I got more into crypto is, people staying, anonymous. It's a big thing. And, like growing up, going through high school, social media is such a big thing, right? So who the hell is anonymous? Well, you're all over social media. You're not anonymous. But then, coming into crypto, and it was such a kind of a culture shock for me in a sense, because it was like, these guys don't want to be known. You know, they'll have their Twitter account, and that's about it. And that's all you're going to know them by.
But what's fucked up is it doesn't even start with these projects, with these coins that are remaining anonymous. Like there's exchanges that are completely anonymous that people don't even know who fucking owns these. Like, does anybody know who fucking owns Coin Exchange? Like, I don't. Does anybody know? If you do, please hit him up. I would like to speak with him. Like, I do not, like, no one, there's no fucking, like, I don't get this shit. You know what I mean? It's a wild, wild west right now, bro.
And people always forget, like, there are some benefits to centralized exchanges, like really big ones with good customer service and big help teams and things like that. Like, I had money stuck on CryptoBridge for like a week, this past week, where I was trying to make a deposit and it took literally a week, where crypto should take like a half hour.
Yeah, well, no, Coinbase proved that in a decentralized realm, one centralized thing will be successful.
There's a happy medium that needs to be had, in my opinion. And I think, you know, there was kind of an interesting thread, Twitter thread with Messiah, actually. Now, listeners know Messiah, and he was talking about kind of Aurora DAO, the IDEX exchange, and how, you know, someone's like, well, that's not decentralized. That's not a true decentralized exchange. And the point he made is, well, you know, for a streamlined process, for it to be smooth, you need to have some centralized qualities in with the decentralized qualities. And because otherwise, you know, things are going to be really rough. So you need that happy medium a bit.
Yeah, 100%. You do, man. You do. It can't be black or white no more, man. That's what's causing a lot of people scared to get in the game.
Yeah, and I think eventually, like, some of these decentralized services, like exchanges, will be almost on par with their centralized counterparts in terms of ease of use, reliability, support, things like that. But we're not there yet. We're not even close, really. I mean, a lot of these decentralized entities are really, really clunky. I mean, IDEX is one of the better examples, but I think we all have used maybe something like EtherDelta or, hell, CryptoBridge, where it's like, it's very clunky. And
you know, even IDEX, they still have their issues, right?
No, bro. Fork Delta is fucked, bro. Fork Delta.
I've never even used.
I've never been on it, bro.
Bro, Fork Delta. I'm over like. Think about this. We had to code a fucking simpler version of Fork Delta in order for people to use Fork Delta. Like, it's fucked, bro.
Well, I remember the first time I ever used EtherDelta. You know, I thought EtherDelta was like, I thought it was just the bee's knees, you know, the coolest thing, but I had to take some time to actually figure it out. And I know that a lot of people, they aren't going to bother to take the time to try to figure it out. Once I figured it out, I was like, this is so cool, but not convenient, not at all, you know.
Exactly. So, like, that's kind of the thing with, like, the masses is how they think. I'm speaking for the masses right now, bro. Like, a lot of them don't know or don't have a reason to get in crypto. So when they get a free airdrop from their favorite YouTuber, Joseph fucking Costello, you know what I'm saying? And they go and look at their coins, they're gonna be like, wait, what's Ethereum? Wait, what's this? And then if they dabble a little bit further, it's the true bridge into crypto. I'm like John Stockton, bro. I'm like getting the assist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really am bringing this shit together.
I'm surprised you being 22 referenced John Stockton. That's impressive.
Man, dog, you know, this beard didn't come easy, bro. Does this look 22?
That's a solid 22-year-old beard. I was going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
You and Prince both have solid young 20s beards.
You're 22 too, Prince?
Yeah, man. 22 too.
Nice.
I was going to add to what you were saying. Like, the thing is, we're all like in our 20s or low 30s, and crypto is still kind of confusing for us, and we're pretty technologically literate, you know? So for a lot of people, like the 45, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, they have no idea what any of this stuff is. Like,
oddly enough, I got my dad into crypto, bro. He was buying alts on Binance. Don't get it twisted.
Really?
Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
Did you give him that ref link?
Man, we can't talk about that, bro. Can't talk about that.
It's hilarious, actually. Like, I was talking to another good buddy. He's on crypto Twitter, and he's talking. You know, he's like, "Yo, man, my dad." He's like, my dad's gaming like Steam it now. He's like,
what?
He's just thinks it's the bee's knees. It's the coolest thing ever. And you know, it's kind of the thing. You know, some parents are like, I've noticed that with some buddies. It's like their parents, they don't really understand it. They don't really get it, but they see this little area and they're like, oh, that is cool as hell, and I got to get into this. And then they just go full throttle, right?
Yeah.
Yo, how irresponsible would it be giving your parent your BitMEX ref link? Just like seeing them like slowly drain the 401k. You're like, son, I took 100 times leverage today. Ooh, good luck.
I remember getting my Polynex account and it taking 2 months for me to use it. And that's when I realized how fucking sloppy this shit was. And then I got a Binance and I was like, this is the holy grail, bro. I done found the best exchange in the goddamn planet.
Yo, Binance really changed the scene a lot. Like
that broken ass English. They have some broken ass English on that site, man. They'd be like, you'd be like, ate the monster, and then like when you do a transaction, they're like, succeed. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I remember I was using OKX for quite a while, and that's like, you know, straight up Asian exchange to the max, and like not even like the app at one point did not translate into English on my phone, so it was just straight up, you know, Chinese writing and trying to like I was slowly learning how to like decipher it, you know, like withdrawals, like success. Hey, slowly, man. Like I could get two words.
That's the sign of like a huge gambling problem. You're learning Chinese just to take on more leverage.
Yeah.
Well, I do like to gamble, so that's no secret. But yeah,
yeah, man. No, the game's fucked up, bro. I had this kid that was like really popular in my town about 5 months ago, and all the girls were like, "Oh my god!" When Bitcoin was like trending, the girls were literally like Bitcoin digging this dude. Like they were like, "Yeah, I remember him telling me to buy in 2015. I know he has over 100 of them. I know he does." And like the other day, I'm like chilling at this pool, like on everything. The same girl comes up to me, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some Molly," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, from who?" And she was like, "Oh, so and so." I'm like, "The Bitcoin millionaire?" And she's like, "Yeah." I like so like now he's selling Molly. Like, bro, you want to talk about hardships, bro? Crypto market.
That's bear market right there.
Got these boys. Gotta
get the residual income in the bear market.
Exactly, bro.
You can take the boy out of the hood. You can't take the hood out of the boy.
It's fucked up, man.
You had to go back and deal.
All right. Well, Joseph, Mr. Costello, you got any parting words before we wrap this up, my man?
No. Thank you guys for letting me come on.
Hey, I'm a shill a bunch of your shit here quick. Check him out on YouTube, youtube.com/user/quiet-assassins.
Yeah. The only site is slobscoin.com. Go get your free airdrop, man, and stay away from these people when they promise returns.
500 coins. All you got to do is go here, download the wallet, this Frost wallet, which you give the link to, and enter an email. Pretty damn easy. 500 free coins. I'm hearing rumblings. It's the next Bitcoin. So,
man,
just saying.
Look, you know, it's going to be bigger than Bitcoin, bro. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's going to hear about it. You know what I mean? Even all the girls flashing their titties. We got the game on.
In 5 years, everyone's going to be like, why didn't I get them 500 free coins? It'd be worth 10 million right now.
No, the fucked up thing is going to be locked away. They're going to be like, damn, what was my password?
Yeah, totally.
All right, bro.
You can follow him also on Twitter. It's Joseph A. Costello. That video where you talk about drunk people and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That like first little clip there, I die laughing every time I see you like juke that dude that's getting up in your shit.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Straight up, any listeners looking for a good laugh, just go creep some of his videos and you'll get
awesome.
a chuckle.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, anyways, everyone, thanks for listening. Make sure you check his videos out. They are they're hilarious and one of a kind. So thanks for listening. Tip that waitress. Peace out, everybody.